Hello, 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 my lovely friends. This is Val again, or Valoris. Whichever you want, you can call me and answer. Also, I have another name. Anyhow, this video it's a pleasant one and it's an unpleasant one, but it's an eye opener for deadbeat parents. Okay, you become a parent, you have to take care of your obligations when you become a parent. And this video can be harsh, but it's the truth. My disclaimer is to whom it may concern. Some parents are very dedicated taking care of their children and other families. Okay? And some don't care. So if it doesn't apply to you, move on. Okay? Now, the part that I want to deal with is child support. A lot of people I base it specifically on Jamaicans. That's where I'm from, and that's the most people I hear complaints from. Now, a lot of people are having hardship in the country, struggling. Don't care how hard, don't care how hard it is. They still can't make it. And then they get the chance to come abroad. Everybody wants a goal. That means they want to go to America, Canada, England, Brazil, wherever they can get work. And they want to make life better. They want a car, they may want a van, a truck, they want to help their parents, they want to help their children, they want to buy a piece of land, they also want to make a house, they want to further their studies. So many goals they want to accomplish. But what happens, the moment they get off the plane, all those goals go through the garbage. Now, when you come here and you see people who assist you here, and you see them with something, they have made some achievement, don't be envious, because you don't know how hard they have to work to get it or how they're making it. Okay? To come to foreign and you need to make it, you gotta like draw a plan, this paycheck is for that and the other paycheck is for that. You just don't, squander your money. Well, a lot of these people who come into the country with all the goals that they throw behind them, okay, they become what you call gallus. They have lots of women, okay? They nice fancy clothes, shoes, jewelry, lots of parties, and nice car, flashy car, and they soup it all up. And they go out and they find all these girls, and they look good, and women want them. The next thing, babies. Some of these men will end up having anywhere from one, two, even three baby mothers in a year. Okay? When they come, they don't want to, once they're told their fathers, they don't want to take the responsibility. They will not help the mothers to support the child. Now, the mother has each of these mothers, maybe they're working, and then the baby comes along. The baby has to go to daycare. You need clothing. Sometimes you need a babysitter. Um, just about everything that children need. That's what the mother wants for his or her child. Now, when you go to the fathers and said, "Look, it's very hard on me," you got to give something. Okay, they don't want to give nothing. Okay, the mothers plead to them day in, day out, nothing. So guess what these mothers do? They take them to court. Okay? And to take you to court, male and female, if you have a car or any kind of vehicle, or they know your address, or they know where you're working. They will supply the government people, social workers, with the license plate of your car or your truck, where you work. They'll also take your VIN number of your vehicle. And once they take that to the social worker, you're doomed. You're finished. Because wherever you're working, once it's in court, they will send document to your workplace to see if you really work there, how much you're being paid, how long you're there working, and then they start taking money out of your paycheck. Okay? You have no say anymore because you had the chance to give the mother something and you refuse, right? That does not happen in Canada. You have to look after children. Now, if you're not working anywhere, the government will support your child because they're going to get you somewhere, even when you're 100, if you're alive, they're going to go after your pension. So make sure when the mothers come to you and ask you for help, make it customary that you give something every week or every month, and they'll shut them out. But when you refuse, I'm not giving nothing, and, disgrace you or humiliate you and all those things. So the government will support your child. And then you'll have some people who the government start taking out your money. When you get your paycheck, depending on how many mothers take you to court, when you get your paycheck at the end of a week or 2 weeks, your pay will be 50 cents, $1.50, $2.33. That's it. That cannot pay rent. Okay? Now, when that cannot pay rent, how are you going to live? A lot of these people, a lot of these men, they become pests to people. Okay? Because they cannot, some of them, they take away the driver's license or suspend it so they can't drive, not even to do scrapping. Okay? But the children are well taken care of by the government. All right? Now, once they start taking out your money, you're in big trouble. So you know what they do? These men, they become friends with people who have a mechanic shop. And they go there and they spend the whole day because you got nowhere to live. And when the shop is closed, the mechanic shop is closed, they will make sure they know where the 24-hour gyms are. And they go to the 24-hour gym. And that's where they sit up and sleep. Because nobody wants them. Right? So they're doomed. They can't help themselves. They can't help. The gold's gone through the window. And they're just suffering. Okay? If they have a very good friend, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh my God. My God. Sorry about that. Where was I? When they find out if the car if they cannot drive for any reason, their license is suspended. Okay, they have to have a very, very dedicated friend who they would buy a car and ask a friend to put their name in the car for them. That's the only way they can be seen around a steering wheel. If they get a ticket, they have to pay that friend to go to court if it becomes a court issue. So you have to ask that very good friend to go to the courts because the car is in that friend's name and insurance. So you see how dangerous it is not to support your children in Canada because the government don't joke. Now, the next step they have, because this country, you're dealing with four weathers. You have winter, which is you have heard people talk about Canada is cold. It is cold, right? And you have spring, you have winter, you have fall, you have summer. 3 months of summer. That's it. Now they have to find a place when winter comes to sleep. Because they have nowhere to live, they have at least 4 black garbage bags in the car trunk. They have 4 liters bottles of water. They have the toothbrush, they have the toothpaste, and they have a little bucket and they push the car out of the van in some bushy area and they wash themselves. Right? Because they got no bathroom facilities. Now they have to move into survival mode. This is what they'll do. They start looking for a woman. Okay? Once they start looking for a woman, the first thing they'll tell the woman, oh, I'm divorced. I'm divorced and I just leave everything. I don't want to remember nothing about her husband or the wife. But they have never been married. Okay? They just gaslight these women and tell them, I'm divorced. And these women will figure more or less, oh, well, he's divorced, so if I take him in and treat him good, I'll be the next wife. Okay? But let me tell you something. These men are liars. Chronic liars. Okay? And any one of them tell you, I'm divorced, make sure you ask for proof that he's divorced because he was never married. So how can you divorce somebody when excuse me when you never married? And ask them how many times have they been married. But that's the trick they use because they need a place to live. Okay, many of them have a lot of medical problems like heart problem. They're diabetics. They have lung problem. Any kind of benefit that they need. So usually they ask the woman or the man, where do you work? What's the name of your company? How much you get paid? And they become this dedicated, what do you call it, boyfriend. They wash your car, they wash plate, they do everything. They go grocery shopping, they push the cart. They wouldn't let you push the cart, right? And they tell you, oh, I love you. Just all, we call it love bomb. That's all they do. They tell you, oh, they love you so much because what? They want to go on all of your benefits. And when they're on your benefits, they'll get medical, they'll get dental, they'll get gym membership, they will go on your car insurance, and all the hospitals benefit or health benefits out there, they will get it because they want you to put them on your work benefits, and they want to be named as spouse. Okay, so these women are very happy to find a man, right? But all these men want is a place to sleep, a place to live, nice food to eat, nice bed to sleep in with silk sheets, clean towels every morning, and all those good stuff. That's all they want. They're liars. Some women even give them pocket money, right? They give them the credit cards to use. And they say, oh, I'm in heaven. You can't get rid of them. And best of meals is prepared for them. Okay? They usually go after women who are 50 and up because they're hankered in the job already. They're stable. They have it all made. Those are the sort of women that gotta be careful of these deadbeat men. Okay, they tell her, oh, age is just a number. Age is just a number. No, age is not a number. Okay, so make sure you look out for these guys. Because you sorry for Maga dog, then turn on and bite you. Okay, then later on, you hear about the children. Okay, because they ain't got no money. So they'll tell you they have, say, 2 or 3 kids that they're not paying support for, and that's big trouble. Okay, because you started taking care of them, and then, bam, additional things. They have 3 kids to support. Okay, they can't even work. Right? So if you have a house and you take one of those men in, because the way they do it, they will come to you when they start dating you. They wear 2 pants, 2 shirts. They bring a slippers, they bring a shoes. And when you realize, every time they come, they leave a suit of clothes. When you realize they're moving on you. Right? They're moving on you, so you're left with a man to take care of, 3 kids or more, right? And the government is taking care of these children. Some of them won't even tell you that they have kids. Now, if they have a house, first of all, the next thing they want to do is marry you, okay? Because you have anything like property. Once you marry them, you become one. So if you're divorced, everything gonna split down the middle. Okay? And you will only know that if you decide to sell the house, buy a smaller one or a bigger one, and when you sell the house, next thing your relative says you're gonna get 150,000 profit. When you get that check, it's not 150 anymore. It's like 90. Then you start to investigate. You said I'll get 150. How come I'm getting 90? They said, look, your husband owes the government how many thousands of dollars for child care. And there's been a lien on your house from the day you married this person. Okay? So, that's your husband. See how much money is gone from you? The other thing, you put them on your car insurance. You get your yearly increase or decrease on your car insurance. You say you're paying $500 for the longest time. When you get your update on your new policy, it's gone to $1,000. Then you start to inquire, why did my insurance jump from 500 to 1,000? This is your husband. Your husband is at a bad driving record. You're stuck with him. Okay? What are you gonna do? This is why it's good to do your own research, because they're liars, and sometimes their best friend are liars, because that's your best friend. They'll back you up. Some of them, when you're dating, they propose to you, and when they propose to you, they'd say, "Well, I'm in my church, so there won't be any bedroom exercise until we're married." Okay, they tell you that, and you believe them. They play the perfect gentleman, and you believe and you say, "This is a man of high integrity. No bedroom activity until we're married." Bam, you're married. Guess what? The man is important. You know what it means by important? He's in the 630. He cannot perform. They're very tricky. Very tricky. If you want to buy a cat in a bag, it's up to you. It's up to you. You know what you want. But they are liars. And I'm telling you, because I encounter men like those. The man I shacked up with for decades. This man has 5 children. Told me he didn't have none. They're liars. Okay? The kids have nothing to do with because they were not asked to be born. So please do your research. And men and women, please be more vigilant, be more responsible, and take care of your kids. And if those kids are in Jamaica and you bring them to Canada, the same applies to the ones that were born here. So make sure when you come, don't let the woman go to the courts, because the courts do not joke. And if you live to be old and getting pension, in Canada you need to be here 40 years to get full pension. And if you're less than 40, you don't get a full pension. You got to do something on the side to make it up. But they will take money out of that pension. The government will. Because the kids going to have everything that they need. So please, don't throw away your goals the moment you come in and figure, well, you can get away with it. Get away with not taking responsibilities of your children. Now, some of them have it so hard that the mothers that they have the children with, sometimes they have to babysit the kids, and the mother would give them a gas money to buy a gas, because they got no money. And if they're not working and they go on welfare is $400 a month if you're single. What can 400 do? You can't pay rent, you can't buy food, you can't buy medication or nothing. And I know of men, I never will call names, okay, or eras, died because of no medication. No medication. So there's especially diabetics. They gotta be very careful. It's one of the most important diseases, and it should be taken not lightly. Now, the other thing is, fathers or mothers, especially if you have shared custody, please, if the man is gonna give the mother something, make sure, money, make sure you give that money in a check, certified check, money order, and if you give them cash, make sure you get a receipt, because they'll tell the judge, I never get a penny from him. The mothers lie, and the women are lie. And I tell you something, I read it somewhere, I don't know if it's in the Bible or whatever, but of all the wrath in this world, there is no wrath as bad as the wrath of a woman, right? So make sure, don't care how small it is, give the mother something. And if you win the lottery, you have to get somebody else to change it for you, right? Because this man won some money in the lottery, and he asked his friend to collect it for him. And the friend went to collect it. And when the friend went to the lottery department, they took his the ticket and his identification, and after about half an hour they came back and says, you can only get $200 because you owe child support. The friend that he asked to collect the money owes child support and didn't tell his friend that he has that amount of money, lots of money, thousands of money. So he don't get nothing. There's $200 out of the thousands, but the government always put a lien, and they have first choice over any bank. Okay, so be careful. Okay, be careful. If you win money, go and pay up what you owe and get something. But if you ask a friend and they owe, how are they gonna pay you when they're not paying theirs? So please, 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 please. I'm doing this because I love you and I know you work hard. You work very hard. But sometimes we get cuckoo or stupid. And we do stupid things. But then trouble comes. Okay? So I hope this video has touched some people, that they realize that they must do the right thing. Tears not gonna make it go away. Praying is not let it go away. It's not gonna let it go away. You have to deal with it. Okay? And the other thing is, if these children wants to go to extended school after high school, they want to become a doctor or a lawyer, an engineer, any kind of professor, any kind of job, you have to pay for those kids up to 24 years old. So you're just working for kids. You just paid. So I hope I help some people. I hope it will touch even 5 people. But please watch this video. Alert your friends that they should pay and must pay, because the boogeyman is waiting for them. Alright? So please subscribe, share, and like. I'm out.